術式順天青
Hello everyone, my name is Troy and welcome to Maximum Output Training. Welcome to Upper Body Strength. Quotations once again, because it is an impromptu deload week. Because as of last Wednesday, I kind of pissed off my tricep and I think I strained it. And I did mention that in the last video on Sunday that I uploaded, that for whatever reason, I was doing 45-pound dumbbell skull crushers. Nothing that I haven't done before. I programmed a set of 11. It's just one more rep than I did the previous week, which was 3 sets of 10. And the first set, I smashed it. It actually went really well. I got all 11 reps. And then when I went to go for my second set, I just couldn't get it up. That's what she said. Sure. Second set, something felt really off. So I dropped it down to 25 pounds and I proceeded to finish off my sets that way. And then I finished off my pushing muscles and my pretty much my tricep stuff, all done and dusted. Sunday, I felt pretty good going into the session, felt a little tired other than what I mentioned before. But as I because I did incline dumbbell press, went well. Did some flat dumbbell flies, went well. I did some dumbbell rolling extensions. I could feel my tricep, but nothing painful or anything. I could just feel it. That went well. I did 3 sets of 20 with 25-pound dumbbells. Then I got to push downs. The first 2 sets was, I believe, 70 or 75 pounds for sets of 10. First 2 sets, swimmingly well. And then on push down set number 3, once again was 70, 75 pounds. On the 5th rep, I just I just felt something. And I'm just okay, maybe just diet or whatever. And then I stupidly decided to finish off my set and just do 1 rep off there. And I woke up the next day, Monday morning, to go work out. And I have a big lump here. I don't know if it's a rolled tricep or it's just swelling, but I think I either strained or tore my bicep here. I don't know how severe it is because I can do this and it feels fine. I feel it's still attached to the tendon here, I believe, or still attached to this joint. So I think I just tore it a little bit, maybe I'm pretty sure it's from the dumbbell skull crushers. But then I think doing the heavy push downs with new weight just did it in. And I should have just just let it go kind of thing. And I think that's what set it off even more. And I think the dumbbell skull crushers is what I strained it. And then the push down was the tear. So I'm not too sure. I'm going to the doctor today in a couple hours and see what he says and if I have to go for x-rays or whatnot, because it feels like the tricep is still attached and I don't have to get surgery or anything. So my training once again will change again. So this is going to be fucking fun. Anyways, because of that, it is now an impromptu deload week. This is actually my first movement I'm about to introduce here. I took out all pushing movements, pressing, and tricep type stuff. And we are just going to go right into the pulling. It's going to be a pull day pretty much and some shoulders. So first exercise is lat pull downs at 105 pounds. And because it is a deload week, I assigned myself 5 to 7 reps versus the 10 to 15 that I would have normally gone for. So for now, we are just doing volume. Everything is pretty much cut in half. So let's get to the first set. Okay, 105, moved pretty well. It is a deload week, so it's supposed to be very simple, very fast. So this session and this video might be a little bit quicker depending on my explanations of everything. So that felt pretty good. Definitely very easy. Just because it's only 7 reps, I think I could have smashed 15 on this type of day. But I usually do these after I do my pushing muscles. So going forward with programming, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do because if it is a tear in the tricep, I'll have to back off everything. It seems like all my pushing muscles hate me. Shoulder, gone pretty much. Tricep decides to give out as well. I strained my pec a couple years ago. It's this left side that hates me. I strained this pec. I tore this tricep. This shoulder is all fucked up. I get mostly mangled elbows on this side. Oh man, this is beyond frustrating. So we'll see what the doctor says. I most likely will have to go for x-rays. And then judging from there, because it's so frustrating, even trying to like, I don't want to say build muscle, I might just have to go to like deadlift only training. And if I have to like supplement my deadlift training with some sort of squat, I'm going to use the SSB. So I don't know yet. It's going to be up in the air. But for now, I'm going to catch you guys for the next exercise. We'll probably just go through my entire pull shoulder day today and just show a set of each. And then we'll just kind of like go from there. So I'm going to do my next set, but I'll catch you for the next exercise. Lat pull downs done. Obviously, I only did 2 sets of 7. Easy week this week. And this is probably actually my last workout of the week. And I'm taking the rest of the week off just for the sake of I go to Anime North on the weekend. And I don't want to be worried about like working out and all that fun shit. And because I'm injured, again, I'd rather just take the rest of the week off, let myself and my body heal, and then figure out with some sort of plan for next week going forward with my tricep. Because who knows, maybe my chest programming will just be me doing chest flies at every fucking angle. And I'll probably have to take it easy from doing pressing and push downs of any sort of tricep extension. Probably rest it for like at least a week doing fuck all. So then I'll figure it out from there. And then probably change my training program up once again, focus more on lower body. And if I focus more on lower body, it gives me some sort of goal in mind to get better at versus just festering about my shoulder and my tricep. And who knows? I most likely will have to go for an x-ray and find out the results of that x-ray, however long it fucking takes. And then we'll just have to figure it out from there, because like this is getting ridiculous. Luckily, I'm not in the pure strength training like a part of my life anymore, because if I was gunning for a 315 bench, even though I still want to hit 315 in the future, if I was gunning for 315 and I was like peaking or something and it was like on the cusp, it was right at my hands, I would have been fucking pissed. But since I did try to back off training as best as possible and not focus on strength part of it, and then this happens, I'm more annoyed that I got injured than like it taking a part of like my training away from me, because I can still train around it. I will probably have to take it a lot easier going forward for the next maybe however long. But yeah, it's frustrating, but luckily I wasn't peaking for like 315 or something crazy like that. So yeah, that's just me. Anyways, lat pull downs done. Now we're moving on to some one-arm rows. Sets of 6 at 80 pounds. So how I do my one-arm rows, I don't do the knee on the bench, and I don't like to prop I don't want to say I don't like to prop. I prop myself up or elevate myself on some sort of bench or barbell. If you were in the gym and you prop yourself up on the dumbbell rack, you're a fucking asshole, and prop yourself up against something else, you fucking dickhead. Anyways, fucking hate when people do that. Luckily, I train at home these days. I typically like to do not a staggered stance. I like to do what I use for my conventional stance. That's just me. That's how I like to do it. It feels a lot more comfortable versus a staggered stance, even though I might feel a little bit stronger in my staggered stance. But for some unknown reason, replicating different stances in my exercises just feels better to me. So a lot of stuff I try to replicate certain stances, whether it's my conventional deadlift or my squat. And then I just usually go from there. It's just a comfort thing. But you can do a staggered stance on one-arm rows if you're propped up against something, or obviously staggered stance and your support leg when you do one-arm rows with the knee on the bench. So yeah, let's get to it. Feels pretty good. I typically like to try to slow down the movement, do a dead stop at the bottom, kind of like a weird pendlay row, feel the stretch, and then go. But yeah, feels pretty good. Feels pretty, I don't want to say light because 80 pounds is actually pretty heavy, but I know if I go for 12, like I normally would on a given day, on a regular day, it would have tuckered me the fuck out. So I'm gonna do one more set, and I'll catch you guys possibly for the last exercise of the video, or I might, depending on how I feel, maybe one more. So I'll catch you for that. All right. I didn't eat before this session here. I kind of just like woke up, went to the gym, had some caffeine, had like 2 energy drinks, had my electrolytes, still fucking tired, and decided to hit the gym. Knowing ahead of time that I will be skipping a lot of my accessories and pretty much doing a pull day. And pretty much for pull days, the mentality of myself going into a pull day is I don't give a fuck. I'm mostly focused more on form and technique versus just the weight. So that's the nice thing about bodybuilding style. That is the nice thing about bodybuilding style training is I'm not too focused on the weight I'll be using that day. It's mostly the sets, reps, and the quality of reps that I'm looking forward to, I guess you could say. Hang on. That is the beauty of bodybuilding style training. I don't have to worry about the weight being used when I hit the gym, because with powerlifting training, you have to worry about the percentage and the weight you'll be using for that day. Some people do use RPE, where it's kind of like how you feel kind of thing. But with bodybuilding style training, in my opinion, I'm not too worried about the weight. It's the sets, reps, and the quality of reps. And whatever weight I use for that day is the weight I use that day. Sure, you want to beat whatever you did last week, either it's by 5 to 10 pounds or even one more rep. But personally, I would take the one more rep over doing more weight. So that way you get a little bit more volume that way. Just by doing one rep and you did better, it's fucking awesome. So that's usually how I think of like pull days is I don't give a fuck about weight. It's mostly sets, reps, quality of reps. So yeah, that's just kind of my mentality. Hopefully that makes sense. So even though my pulling muscles are done, we're going to get to a superset because I can get the fuck out of here faster. So I said I wasn't going to really do this a whole bunch. So here you are. We're going to do some barbell curls and we're going to superset it with dumbbell lateral raises. So we're going to be doing barbell curls for sets of 6 at 70 pounds. And then dumbbell lateral raises for sets of 7 at 25 pounds. So let's just jump into it and get the fuck out of here. To be honest, those felt pretty good. They felt a lot better than the lat pull downs because probably the weight is a little bit more than needed. Not that I'm saying I upped the weight from last week to this week. It just felt pretty good. So I got one more set, and then I have face pulls after this, and then I'm done. And then that's deload week, and that's it for the training of this week. So this is my last training day of the week, and that until Monday possibly. Not too sure yet. I might change my training. See what the doctor says about my triceps. So comment, rate, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want some online coaching, there's some stuff in the description below, and we can set up a 20-minute fitness consultation so I can kind of help you, and we can just take it from there so I can help you on your fitness journey. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at maximumoutput_training, and you can chat to me there if you wish. I try to post every single day, once a day. And yeah, just trying to help as many people as I can. And I'll catch you guys next week for another training vlog. Don't know what it's going to be because I have no idea what my training program is going to be. And we'll just go from there. Have a great day, you guys. Have a great day, guys, and have a great weekend. Peace.